Like, this deck was built to beat aggro, but it's doing fine against slow control decks.
Watch this versus Jaina.
Alright, against Mage, we just kind of want to survive here. Devolve is fine. I don't think I want to hold on to. Maybe Devolve isn't fine. I think I'd rather get the Khartut down early. I don't want to hang on to these. I want, like, card draw. Bandersmosh is fine. Healing Rain is great. You can use the coin to test for counter. Unfortunately, we didn't get the Keleseth value. I'm just going to throw out the Lady Vashj. She probably dies here, but it's fine. She doesn't die here. That's fantastic news. So ideally, I would coin a turn 5, and then it's almost certainly counterspell, but at least then I can throw out the Wide Eyes. I don't think I attack face with this, because it's... I could coin now and Torrent, but then I'm not doing much else on the following turn. That makes the rest of my decks really awkward, or the rest of my turns rather. Like, I'm forced to play a Bandersmosh in maybe next turn with the Torrent. I think I just hear a Power Pass.
You're not ready for this.
Fizzle Jizzix, thank you for the 100 bits. These flippin' secrets, I know. I know, they're getting me right now. Okay. I could go fishing for Shaman secrets here.
My life is your secret.
Ouch. Got double healing at least, so I should be relatively safe. Probably no Evolve Shaman today. I just posted a video on that recently, and I'm playing with Shaman right now. We did see a new secret come down. 8. I'm not dying here, so I might as well try and steal one of those. It's probably better long term because it doesn't die to ping, but
We have many secrets.
yeah. It also would have just died to the the Flak Mage if the opponent had retained it. I'm gonna bump here to play around dupe.
Blast them!
Actually, that's really good, isn't it? I want to play this. That's a really good Ziliax, wow. Play this to play around counterspell. At worst, it gives me a 1 mana Torrent next turn.
Sure. Your presence offends me.
But basically, I need something to weave in with the Vashj Prime. Unfortunately, we proc the secret, so rip. On Curve Lunith. I think we can outlast that with the double healing rain.
Power is here. You need only to seize it.
And the N'Zoth. I've had one Khartut die already, right? No. I haven't played a Khartut yet. I should change that. Next turn.
The reservoir remains.
I can use Devolve to proc counter again, or to test for counter, and then I can Khartut healing rain if I need to. Like if they just throw a burst at my face.
We have many secrets. I'll show them. I'll show them all. I'm with the cabal.
Okay. I mean, one of those has to be counter, right?
We will shape this world to our will.
Could also just go here and here, but that means I'm not playing the N'Zoth next turn. Is that okay?
Service filth! For science!
Get a little extra healing value there. I think that this is just too strong of a setup into their board, and then I can follow it up with N'Zoth into Shudder, and that should be enough. That'll give me 2 and a White Eyes off the N'Zoth plus the Sylvanas.
Excuse me, you are on fire.
Is the quest viable for this deck? I have 6 battle cries, so no. It's just like with the battle cries that we want to hit don't get value from doubling up. Like doubling a N'Zoth doesn't really do much, especially when it costs 10 mana. If they're trading, I'm very happy. Again, we can just set up 2 waves of Khartuts and we'll be set.
Time runs out on me.
So basically the quest is just -1 card in our opening hand because we don't have the support for it. And like the payoff isn't worth.
You play with fire, child.
This is still better. Okay, depending on how much we're able to clear here next turn, it might be the Swampqueen over the Shudder because I can play Healing Rain with the Swampqueen. How's it good N'Zoth? Yeah, the opponent agrees. Turn 1 Lup is doing great so far, yeah.
Kings and gods. For Doomhammer.
Thinking based on their start, it's probably Big Shaman, which we want Devolves and like general removal for. Farsight is good on 3. Khartut is great. Nice. Okay. Do you think there's any reason why Blizzard doesn't nerf Quest Mage Reno Priest? I don't know what kind of answer you're fishing for, but I don't really know what their decision-making process is on terms of why they should or shouldn't nerf a deck.
I am the bump in the night.
Okay, that's probably one of the better outcomes for me, right? It just trades straight up with the Khartut, sure. I know Marsh Spawn because I can only run 30 cards in my deck.
Home is where the wagon is. Home is where the wagon is.
This is a pretty good transfer student. Echo Rush, that just seems really good. I could have waited until next turn and just played the Farsight here, but I want to get stuff moving. This is fine.
This is fine. Someone's got to lead the charge. Take a trip. Take a trip.
Job's done.
V lost? Chat, you can't just give up because something bad goes wrong. Bad things are going to happen in card games. Just adjust. The game isn't over because one bad thing happened. Yes, it's very bad for us, but we have other cards in our deck as well.
I have no time for games.
I mean, that's a problem. this is the solution.
Dark spirits twist the trees, foul the lake, and curse this land.
Okay. Just need to generate a Hex or a Devolve. Or even a Sylvanas to reincarnate. That's not very good. This is fine. Yeah, I mean, it really is perfectly fine. I can kill totems, and then, like, I have Sylvanas as a potential top deck.
Taste my sting.
I can take 10 for a few turns. Hi, chat. I think it's very good that we did not give up on this game.
I have no time for games. I have no time for games.
Just gonna throw that out there.
I have no time for games.
Perplexing.
They're probably trying to attack with their Colossus of the Moons without realizing that they're on our side of the board. I mean, they had a pretty good answer to it, but that's a lot of resources. And also, they're dead. I guess they forgot how their own deck works.
Let's have some fun.
For Doomhammer.
Or Dumbhammer. Alright, I'm keeping the Devolve because it's good into both the discard Warlock and just anything with Void Color, so. Where is Galvadon Paladin? I mean, that's a completely different class. I don't understand the question. Alright, them taking our book doesn't really give us any information about what type of deck this might be. What does this deck do? It plays stuff. It tries not to die, and then eventually tries to kill the opponent. Is usually what it does. We're not really doing much until we hit the Wide Eyes on 5, then we've got Sylvanas on 6. So hopefully it's not Mecha'thun. I don't really have a win condition against Mecha'thun. Kobold Librarian, and it's clearly a Warlock deck? Yeah.
There is so much untapped power in this
It's true.
world.
That's all we know so far. They were mousing over something. I feel like they're cooking us something up. We're just hero power Shaman. They drew a card. It's clearly Togwaggle. Missed 1 damage. Lol. I think it's at this point it's almost certainly not discard Warlock, right? If this is discard Warlock, they drew the world's worst hand because they don't have very many cards that, like, there's no cards that would not be played by now. So it's either Reno or Cube, I'm guessing. Something involving a good Devolve into Void Caller, so I'm gonna hang on to that. Yeah, looking like Reno. I can try and steal the Karen and then just get a whole bunch of demons back with this. Nah. Now that I drew the Reincarnate, I want to play that on 8 with a Sylvanas to get a real big demon from them. It's actually Quest Warlock, but they milled the quest by mistake. That wouldn't be a mistake. I think that would more likely make their opening stronger. Because then they wouldn't have a bad card in their deck. Or in their hand. It would be in their deck rather than their hand. I'm kind of tempted just to leave that so that I can Sylvanas reincarnate next turn. But I'm going to just, like, play it straight. I don't want to risk them swinging in with the Skull of the Minari, so I'm going to kill the Henchcon Thug to avoid value on that. I'm hoping what they'll do is they'll coin the 8-drop. Is that worth the steal? Nah, I have a clear on it with the Hagatha, so I'm going to get the Hagatha down here. Because maybe they just like shove a Mal'Ganis here. Uh-oh. Better off stealing demons. That's kind of my game plan, yeah. Which I'm surprised I haven't had any yet. But the brand makes things awkward because it could potentially be like a 50-50. So I only have one Reincarnate in hand, but maybe still worth.
I have no time for games. I have no time for games.
Don't really have a way to get value off of the brand, so.
That was awesome!
Well, at least we got the most powerful card in Hearthstone. I can clear my own Sylvanas if I really need to. Especially if they cube this. Then I just rip the scheme and take the cubed minion. Oh wait, I wouldn't take the cubed minion, would I? They're trying to kill their own... Void Color, I think. But I think it's still fine, like... Void Lord. Like, I can just play in this off once I'm in a good spot. There's a Defile here. I'm okay if they take it.
In swamp and city, two witches brew. Power for us, and death for you.
Let none survive.
I'm not really in a spot right now where I need to be hurried to play the N'Zoth. Wow. Why are you dodging, Sylvanas? I kind of want to get the second Sylvanas in there before I N'Zoth anyway. And then we could potentially get 4 N'Zoths back from the Shudder. Okay. Zed's 2 cards to hand. I'm gonna put this here to play around silence. I don't want to overload myself.
Let none survive.
I don't have spell damage, so I don't have outs for lethal here. But the opponent probably needs to Reno in this spot.
Let none survive.
Oh! Come on.
That served no purpose.
Crackle is easily one of the most frustrating cards in Hearthstone.
A path dimly lit.
Our scheme could clear it, but, like, I don't think it's worth. Especially when something like this could happen. Just gonna scheme. This Death Rattle goes first, so it's gonna miss. Feels kind of bad. But I get this back at 9. Paper Pain, thank you for the 100 bits. That's one big imp, it is. I guess I could run this in, and then I theoretically could steal the Void Lord. So it's like there's no reason not to run it in, right?
Let none survive.
Okay, then I can kill this off as well.
I must decide.
Oh, it's only an 8 drop, not a 9. I'm gonna hang on to this, and then just play the N'Zoth next turn. We're still way ahead here. Same stats. I mean, it's just kind of nice to have a minion on board, right?
Candle smash.
There you go. We've delayed long enough. It is your turn. Godfrey clears this, but we get the Godfrey, so. Plus, we've also just, like, got another Shudder for a N'Zoth.
Your wish is my
Okay.
suggestion.
Probably a twist. Like, this deck was built to beat aggro, but it's doing fine against slow control decks, so. Seems pretty good.
Many bloody decisions.
The Sylvanas Reincarnate has been really helpful there. Wouldn't it be smarter to get Mass Dispel? No, because then they'd be dead.
I must feed now.
Shadow Flame would be better, but Mass Dispel means they're dead, so I don't think that's better at all. I think Loatheb is better than White Eyes in this deck, but that's just my opinion. I mean, you are free to run Loatheb instead of Shudder if that is how you feel. Like, there's nothing stopping you. Just because I'm playing a card doesn't mean you need to. But White Eyes is a big part of this deck.
Home is where the wagon is.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to play this again because I don't want to overload going into the nice. Going into the potential Shudderwock turn. Dormant the Defender to reset them? That's not how it works.
I can't move. Fantastic.
I'm overdrawing a card. Is there a card I care about? Rather, I'm overdrawing if I play this Shudderwock. Probably not.
My jaws that bite, my claws that catch.
I'm overdrawing multiple cards. Should be fine. Storm Guardian doesn't even really matter that much, to be honest. Like, it's more about adding the card for fatigue. Wow. This is quite a defile. Ancestral Knowledge, then Stormbringer.
Out of my jungle.
It's not how Torontus is supposed to work.
Home is where the wagon is.
It's a good hit. I don't think I want to draw cards right now.
Listen.
But I'm going to with the because I need to get the Stormbringer in.
I must decide.
Time's up. Let's do this.
Okay. I think that's worth an overdraw. Just don't overdraw the Smosh. Oh wait, we've got the Smosh. Don't overdraw what? Nothing matters. Okay, they got Ruin. That's fine. I can Torrent that. I think we're still just fine here. They don't, unless they have N'Zoth, which seems unlikely given the cards that they've played so far. I think we're fine. What is this? Rathian? Don't want that. Let's see what we get here. Crackle's fine for burst. I don't want to devolve here. I don't want to draw. Just gonna play one of these to get a card. Ugh. Okay, we've got burst. I guess I just rip this. Go face. I just need 5 mana available for either Volcano or this, or even these 2 cards.
Play by the rules.
I came off of the Stonehill. I mean, mine's bigger.
At last.
No need to brag. I know. I know. The concern is they get like res pot. We haven't seen a Mal'Ganis either. That's also concerning.
Lightning strikes.
This deals with Mal'Ganis though. I don't think I have any cards in my deck that I want, so the Farsight's just not getting played. All of the cards in my deck are minion or spells as well. The transfer students aren't actually there. I just want to wait for fatigue to start taking effect, and then I burst them down with sure. I have another torrent, so I can use this on that. Oh. Okay.
Bloody hellfire.
Okay. With the Bloodlust grab, I want to
I'm almost out of cards.
I want to go wide here. Weak to Godfrey. That's not Godfrey.
What do you ask of me?
Should be lethal. Sheep lethal.
You asked for it.
Probably keep it. What does this do? Give a friendly minion +1/+2. Sure. I think I keep the healing rain as well. Seems okay. Is Reno Mage still good? Yeah. Both the quest and the questless version.
I'll show them all. Home is where
Just gonna give up value here for something that trades straight up with the scientist. What does turn 1 LUP mean? It was a typo by somebody in chat who was laughing at me over the lack of turn 1 plays, or trying to laugh at me over the lack of turn 1 plays, but instead had a typo. I think they meant to say lol, but they failed, so I laughed at them. I don't want to get counterspelled, but it doesn't look like it's Secret Mage anymore. It's been so slow, this might be a Reno Mage. So, yep. It's a 6 mana Shudderwock. Can't complain about that. You think you'll make a Freeze Mage with the new Kel'Thuzad hero portrait? Could be fun. I will consider it. But first, I'm going to play a whole bunch of Khartut Defenders. All right, this is a matchup where fatigue is going to be relevant, so I want to get Wide Eyes and Lady Vashj going before the is off. Well, that probably should die. Here's the Lady Vashj. Gotta get value here. If I hit Healing Totem, I'll attack in, I think. Is this worth? No, really. Like, you get a ping. I kind of want this dead, right? That's the whole point of it. Get it dead before it gets polyed. Who's lupping now? Great question.
You're in my
Okay, so I can torrent that and still play the Khartut. CACO3 Kelsey. I give it the 2 months. Really appreciate that. Alright. I want to save the Reincarnate for the Sylvanas. Maybe even the Wide Eyes.
Is this not the path?
I think I'd rather use it on the Sylvanas. How are we doing in fatigue? About even. I imagine they're going to draw more cards than us over the course of the game. Let's go ahead and kill that. That's not a very good hit. CACO Kelsey, thank you for the 100 bits. Resub is done. Time to go to sleep. Well, thank you for that support, and hope you get some good rest. That's maybe a little bit concerning. I need one more turn or a spell damage totem here.
I protect.
I don't feel like I'm in a good spot though. The Wilk! Thank you for the 6 months. Really appreciate that support. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Dark spirits twist the tree, foul the lake, and curse this land.
Okay, at least we got a value engine going. That should help from here. Like, that's just fewer cards that we can add to our deck with the Death Rattles, though, because now we... Nice card. Because now we can't get 2 N'Zoths, but it'll be fine. Probably need to play this, even though it's -3 cards in fatigue. I think in the end I'll be able to get ahead still.
The reservoir remains.
That was a good Devolve. Stop giving me spirits! Alright. Heck should be good, though. Nice Battlegrounds card. I mean, it's not even good in Battlegrounds.
Do not fear. Fear those who wield it.
That may be tough. That's an early Jaina. But I guess I got an early, Alright, I have to Hex and kill that. I guess I got an early Hagatha, so we're kind of even in terms of late game value.
Who knows what secrets will uncover at last? A worthy disciple.
That's tough. Probably gonna need to save the scheme for the 10 pot. Okay. I was gonna kill the brand, so I'm glad that the ping didn't hit the the Vashj Prime, because this is probably a more immediate concern. Go here. No matter what, now they have it. Oh, maybe that was a better play than I thought. Because now, no matter what, they have a water Ellie target. So I'm probably just going to go here to try and keep this on the board. I could also just use one of the heals to dodge that. No, because they're always going to have this. So probably not worth a heal right now. Transfer student intro is really cool. I agree. Okay. Like, I can take 3 every few turns or so. All right, then. I believe we had a question earlier. It went something like, Roffle, why the F do you have 2 reincarnates in your deck?
I have no time for games.
Great question, Twitch chat, as usual.
I have no time for games.
Unfortunately, in the process of gloating, I forgot that that's almost certain. Well, no, this is fine. This is fine.
Take a trip.
Okay. I forgot to test for Flame Ward in the middle of that, but...
I have no time for games.
I could again use a healing to block a water Ellie, but I think I have such an advantageous board position I don't need to. So now I have 3 Sylvanas in my res pool, and I have the entirety of the opponent's board. I just need card draw here.
It's junk bunk.
Let none survive.
I know they're running Blizzard. I think I do just want to play this to heal that up.
I have no time for
Oh
games.
no. Hey, they got it back.
Take a trip.
Could go here and guarantee the steal on that. And that is now my win condition, I guess. Until I hit the N'Zoth and
We're gonna have some fun.
unlucky. Until I hit the N'Zoth and Bandersmosh, I guess. I could get a Shudder off of the Smosh. We just go on this. Okay, 11, 12, yeah, we got this. It's gonna pull Flame Ward though, I imagine. Which does get them closer in fatigue, so it's not all bad. And then I can just shove this next turn. We need N'Zoth? I mean, yeah, eventually, but...
The light does not discriminate.
Wow. You have a lot of tech cards in your deck, don't you? There's N'Zoth.
Bow before the fury of
That's pretty good with the death rattles coming up. Cool. That's not hitting me in the face. I think we win from here. Hagatha probably comes after the N'Zoth is just too good here. We missed the white ice, but we've got a lot of Sylvanas.
Your wish is my suggestion.
It's still fine. Like, it's just twist, right? You don't really have much say in the matter. But I still get stuff on board. Although the, oh, wait, what? Do you have something else to follow that up with? I do not know how I feel about that. Alright, so we know it's Flame Ward. I could heal just to get this out of range, but I don't think that's worth. I'm just gonna go here.
My sting.
I have one dead card in my deck because I probably can't play a Farsight at this stage in the game. And I can't play the Vashj until we I can't play the Vashj until we draw the ooh. This? I think I want value here. We can't play the Vashj until I draw the Farsight, is what I'm trying to say. This is also fair. Oh my god, yes. And we got this back. Shudder? Ooh! More value.
Stash that away.
Now I want to heal. Oh my god. Oh. We are in a good spot here, chat. Going infinite? I don't think we're going infinite, but we're doing something. Giving ourselves another chance at I think it's at Shudder, I guess. That's not the card we need. This can set up lethal into fatigue, but it's kind of expensive. I probably need something that has a more immediate impact on the board. This doesn't actually get stuff into my deck because it draws a card when I hit it, right? But, I mean, that's probably still the best thing because I'm going to have a full hand for a while. Oh, man. Cthulhu? I mean, we are giving them a water Ellie, but I get that back, so it's pretty good. Okay, we're devolving this board now, because Pyros is a lot of value that we want to avoid. I don't think this is worth a Plague of Murlocs. I think it's still less value than the, That's not going to be very good. Okay. We just have to give it up. I don't want to mess around with that. So we're looking for N'Zoth or Shudderwock off of this, but that's kind of a unlikely expectation, I think. Let's play this, maybe. I mean, that's one way to counter it. We're even in fatigue. I have more cards in hand. If I reincarnate this, it comes back with Reborn, right? I don't think I want the Mega Spook. I want to get super greedy with it. I've got the Devolve. I've got the Stormbringer. X and Stormbringer. Okay. I can play these two on the same turn as well. Okay. This probably needs to be a Devolve. Ooh. I could get a 10 pot. I want to preserve as many minions as possible here. Pretty good.
I'm out of cards.
This actually makes a huge difference if it manages to survive. I think they have a defensive 10 pot though, if I had to guess. It's not the defensive. Oh, we had a Pyros in there too?
I'm out of cards.
And Rafa, the supreme archaeologist.
Great card, great card. So we've got Cthulhu and the timepiece. They probably need to play a Reno soon. How much fatigue are they taking? Imagine they have Elysiana. I don't think that's likely to be the case. Timepiece is so underpowered. I mean, when you compare it to like Avenging Wrath, yeah, but it's also... Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes!
So they have Reno. Ancestral knowledge for hand space? I considered it. They're taking 3 fatigue. We've got... Wait, we win. No, we're 2 off. This forces out a Reno, but we should be able to set up lethal. Rue it. They Reno ping. Maybe not. We should be able to win this though. Yeah. So it's 16 plus 8. Yeah, they have played both totems. 16 plus 8.
A path.
It's 24 plus 5. We're 1 damage off. I haven't seen Zola or Barista. I just dodged the bounce on the Reno, right?
Decide.
Then we should set up for a timepiece lethal next turn. Like the, or, yeah. Yeah, it's just game. There's 26 on board. Did I? Oh. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. No, the ice The ice block doesn't matter. The ice block didn't matter, rather, because the fatigue happens on their turn. Thank you to legendary patrons Anonymous Toast, IGN Unknown, Justice Crater, Fizzle Jizzix, Molly Mock, Boardman5, Matthew Crow, and Nick the Chef.